Actually, cars brought me to UAE and the automotive industry. I'm in blockchain since 2016. That's why we've been building this project for 2.5 years almost.
Wow.
And it's extremely sophisticated.
How is Bonuz going to change the world? Explain to me that.
All right, so every minute there is one meme coin coming out, maybe even two per minute. It's crazy. You know, I'm trying to make the things are good and sure. And
you are the German Emirati.
Well, if you go into meme coins, do not put all of your eggs in this basket. Put very small amount, like this. Maybe this, very small. Las Vegas.
Las Vegas.
Yeah.
Las Vegas, that's a new one.
I wonder if there's rasvegas.com.
Las Vegas.
AI, it's one of the biggest things of our time, and I think AI is actually one of the most dangerous things of our time.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Bet Talks. My name is Rick Godds, and we are going to be discussing everything from gaming, crypto, Web3, AI, and all emerging tech. We are joined here today with a great guest. He is the CEO and founder of Bonuz.market. He is a tech influencer. He's a co-founder of Dubai Blockchain Center. Let's welcome the CEO, Matthias Mende. Welcome to the show.
Hi.
Good to have you, buddy. How you
you.
doing? Welcome to Bet Talks. It's a pleasure to have you here.
It's an honor to be here with you.
Thank you. We already obviously know each other well. We see each other at many conferences throughout the world where you're obviously promoting Bonuz. And I want to know more about you. I want to know more about Bonuz here at Bet Talks. So tell me a little bit about yourself and tell me what brought you to the UAE.
Sure. Back in the day, in 2007, actually cars brought me to UAE and the automotive industry. I was into car customizing, tuning. So if people who watch Fast and Furious, that was one of my inspiration when I was 17. This is now 22 years ago,
Okay.
but I came 17 years ago. So with 18 I started this business, and then with 22 I made the step to UAE because I figured out that all the Ferraris are red, all Range Rovers are the same, and there was a huge potential. And tuning been happening, but we've been very specialized into custom styling, body kits, very special paints.
So you're a motorhead.
I am a
Motorhead.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the word. Brilliant.
And this is what brought me here, and it was going good for some time, and then later I went into tanning salons. Mega Sun Lounge, the first amazing indoor tanning lounge, opening right here in DMC, Dubai Media City.
And how successful was that within?
Crazy successful, but I messed up. I all the time mess up by doing wrong decisions and not the right paperwork and so on.
Okay.
Like I used to mess up. Now I'm a bit wiser, you know.
Well, we live and learn, as we say.
Of course,
we
these lessons are values for the future, because I figured out that mistakes are so important in order to improve and to make less mistakes when very huge and serious decisions are coming.
Absolutely. So you came originally from Germany?
Yes.
Yes, okay. Which part of Germany?
Near Frankfurt, like between Frankfurt and Luxembourg, like in the middle, a small city village.
Okay.
It's a very small village, 30,000 people. It has nothing, only workers and factories.
Okay.
And some big factories like Dunlop, Dr. Edgar, Ideal, Standard. So for those working in these kind of factories, for my friends, old friends, it's like a big highlight because they earn double the salary like somebody who works in a bakery or in a flower shop in some standard job, and that already makes their dream life, living for the weekend. But I could never agree with this. I was an entrepreneur since the age of 9. I started with Kinder Surprise figures. Then I went selling them on the carpet in the jumble sale on the weekend, buying them from other kids in school. There was no internet at this time, for like really small money.
Incredible
and this
story.
was the first hustles, you know, how you start. So I was used to multiple X returns from the beginning. I didn't know this American or wholesale style where you buy 1,000 things and you make like 1% profit per one item. For me, I would buy 5 things and make 300 to 600% on one item. So I was never able to.
So you've always been a hustler?
Yeah, big time.
Big time.
But I never a scaler. When it comes to scaling, you fail, because if you have people with small minds around you and nobody thinks big, then you are already satisfied if you have much more than them, and much more than them is just like maybe a 5 figures, which is actually, if you think Dubai way of thinking, Dubai style thinking big, it's nothing. So I learned thinking big here and scaling.
And scaling.
And I believe that I'm on the right track.
Well, I believe you're on the right track. I mean, obviously, I see your social media, your Instagram. You are an influencer. Would you call yourself an influencer?
I am not exactly would call myself an influencer. I like to talk about technologies and things which I like or believe in, or things which are even critical. I'm a lot about mindset and also spirituality, about human evolvement, improvement, about how people get more conscious, since I feel that's the biggest mission of my life, to upgrade myself to the maximum level, because when we die, all the valuable things which we kind of think, which are material, we don't have them. They are gone. Only our body and our soul goes to the next level. So whatever we kind of implement and upgrade in our journey here, I feel this is what's going to stay in the 5th dimension or wherever we go.
Brilliant.
God knows.
God knows. Who knows? Who knows?
But it's interesting.
But it's interesting. It's a great theory. I mean, obviously, you came out to the UAE. You've started a new life. You've obviously started many different projects, and now, obviously, you've moved into Bonuz. I want to know more about Bonuz, and what have you learned from, obviously, you've failed on projects, and we're always learning. How is Bonuz different? I mean, I see you at conferences, like I say, speaking at crypto conferences, blockchain conferences. You're promoting, you're working hard, software developer. I see all this on your social media. Wide awake till early hours in the morning. I always see you promoting it. And I think it's great, the enthusiasm you have to grow this as an entrepreneur.
Thank you.
Tell me what you've learned from your mistakes, and tell me more about Bonuz. Explain to me what it's all about, the concept.
Sure. So Bonuz is a concept which was many years in my mind. But I had to learn a lot to get there. I'm in blockchain since 2016. So obviously I had a lot of misconceptions myself in the beginning till I learned them. And even though when you think that you learned it, then you see that this space is so huge. It's like a whole universe which is constantly evolving due to new use cases, new kind of ways, how to generate money, how certain technologies work, how all this stuff comes. And me myself, I'm in social media business since like 2014. So I deal with a lot of influencers, with a lot of venues, with a lot of consumer brands. So that's where I identified also certain problems, but then there were not certain technologies to make certain actions happen.
Okay.
So over the time, and then later being in a blockchain development firm, in a software house, which integrates like enterprise blockchain to big corporations, I saw that this is not this Mickey Mouse kind of crypto stuff what people actually do and which is famous, because this is the stuff which has the hype, which people hear about because it's simple, like certain coins without any functionality which just have a hype and go up because the majority buys into them, like also certain stocks from certain founders which are famous, which are traded way above their prices. But the technology itself is very sophisticated and complicated. So I actually, from those problems, I identified solutions and mixed them together. But then still it was complex. That's why we've been building this project for 2.5 years almost.
Wow.
And it's extremely sophisticated, to be honest. But I can give you some ground or base ideas or the fundamental vision about it. What was the critical part to actually succeed?
Okay. So I can see you're very, very passionate about this. I can see it, the way you're delivering it. How is Bonuz going to change the world? Explain to me that.
All right. So the fundamental value, will answer the question. So how it will change the world? It's an ecosystem, it's a platform, but it's kind of universal and interoperable with many, many, many other ecosystems and functionalities or services which offer functionalities. Because we rather do not compete with everyone. We rather complete them by giving them those extra values. Because if everyone comes with his idea or his functionality, they still always need to build the base fundament. You know, like in computer games, when we play them, before the game starts, there's always a menu. Start, settings, save, load, all those things. So this itself is an infrastructure which is very important. And what we've built is the fundamental platform, which is a wallet with an identity merged together into one ecosystem, but it's it's two smart contracts. Actually, we have a smart account wallet, and these wallets are also non-custodial or self-custodial, so people really own what they have in this wallet. So it's not that they don't own what they have or they can lose it. In Bonuz, they actually cannot lose the assets because it's stored to a kind of seed phrase. But in Bonuz, they do not have a seed phrase. It's seed phrase less. We use a social login. So users, they can log in with Google, with Apple, or with an email address and receive an OTP. And that's how their keys are stored.
Right.
But it's not like a single point that somebody hacks your email address and now he can enter. Yes, if this happens, he can. But if you set up a 2FA, but we call it MFA, multi-factor authenticator, and it's MPC technology. It's called multi-party competition. Okay. I know it's a bit technical, but those seed phrase, which is your entry key to your wallet, it's cut in multiple pieces. So if you have two things right, for example, you log in with Google and you have a secondary password, 12345, that's what you need to access all your wealth and everything. So even if you lose everything, your house gets burnt, you go to jail, God forbid the worst catastrophe happens, you are naked, you get a smartphone, you install Bonuz, you log into your email, you put your second password, your wealth is back. Not even Ledger can do this. But this only we developed by accident. So this is not even our USP.
Okay,
you know?
Wow.
But I know, so the thing why Bonuz is built is to gamify the real world. So with this fundament where everyone has a wallet and the identity, they can merge in the identity, they can aggregate all the social media accounts into it. So imagine you log in and you add all your socials which you want. You can even add your identity proof in it, World ID, Anima ID. So these are like KYC.
So not only
providers.
you're storing funds, you can also store identification in there as well.
Yes, you aggregate them like you have multiple keys on a keychain. So it's kind of simple at the end, and it's not mandatory for users to do that. But why are we doing this? Because we have in UAE and in Dubai, that's the problem which I saw in the past. Influencer agencies, they hire people, they come, they make some promotion for the restaurants because we have an oversupply on restaurants, entertainment. We have too many things. Yesterday, after a long time, I was in a nightclub because of some business client who invite us, you know, billionaire club, I think, yes. And the thing wasn't even full. No. Like back in the day, because there is too many things in Dubai now and too much competition. So now also restaurants, coffee shops, incredible coffee shops, always empty. But if somebody, and this somebody is everybody, because every human has an influence through social media.
Correct.
Because every human can make a story. Making a story and promoting something, it's the same thing like 50 or 100 years back, having a garden, planting an apple tree. It takes 2 years till the apple comes, and then you send your brother out to sell these apples. But today, people take their phone, take a story, make a tag. Same effect. So now, real world gamification, what do we mean? You have your identity in your wallet. You come to a location, you check in. Now quests come. Do a story of the food. Do a story of the coffee. Do a story in the place. Follow the place. You do those things, you check out, and because your socials are linked to the identity which is linked with the wallet, automatically our system sees that this action, it's done. And once the action was done, you get rewarded with 10%, 20% voucher. Maybe you have 500,000 plus followers, you get 50% discount because you really added value to the place. And because of your value, there's more consumers coming.
So let me ask you a question to this. So are you purely B2C?
No.
You B2B?
We are B2B2C.
B2B2C, okay.
So we are also B2C in some ways that we are a very cool and simple wallet.
Yes.
So users can come to Bonuz if they want to have a simple wallet. And in our ecosystem, there's no gas fees. So that's about this crazy technology I've been talking about.
You have 0 gas fees?
Well, the gas fees are paid by us.
Right.
Why? Because we use a blockchain, which is very low cost. And it's very special, smart contract, very upgraded, so we cut them, but we pay for it. So the users have no cost. So the users of Web3 now use Web3 like if it's Web2. In the future, in 3 to 5 years, there will not be Web2, Web3. There will be just applications of purpose. This is all just a hype thing because it's new. It's like the internet in the 90s when it came out,
dot-com boom.
Web1. Exactly. They were also talking about decentralized concepts and so on, but it just now became to the stage that certain things are possible because of certain technologies like this account abstraction where users do not have to pay the gas fees because there's a paymaster and we can set in the smart contracts that for this application bonus pays. But it's very cheap. It's like 0.0001 cent. So it's possible to do it this way. And
extremely interesting. So
the users, just to finish it up, they go, they do actions, they get rewarded. This can work for yachts. This can work for any place because anything what the brand or this community or the member club or the school wants them to do, if they do it and it's proven through the system, they get a reward or some point of loyalty or some future discount or anything. But at the end of the day, it's fair and honest.
Sure.
Because some people, they don't have the chance to prove themselves. But this way, they just do the action and they get rewarded for it. And that's the system. And we'll take 10% of whatever we do savings.
Okay.
So with a cost of less than 1 cent, we can, if we generate a saving of $100, we take $10. So our profit is now 1000x.
Okay.
Because 100,000%, right? 1 cent to
okay.
$10.
So you've been developing this software for 2 years, 2.5 years.
Yes.
And at what stage now is Bonuz at? Where is the business right now?
Well, we are live.
You're live.
But
as of?
We are live since a month.
1 month.
But we not
Congratulations.
announced it. Thank you. We
Oh, right. Okay.
It's nobody knows.
Okay.
People can know when they hear it on podcast or somewhere, but officially we did not announce it.
Okay.
There are 3 reasons for that. Number 1, when you go from MVP stage to production MVP stage, there's still always some small things and bugs. But to get approved in iOS and Android, it's next level hard. This all we mastered, all the legal stuff. But still, we improved a lot of things. And the functionality, it's fully there. Just the next step now is to make it beautiful, appealing, sexy. It's intuitive, but it needs to be more beautiful. Because, you know, these investors and VCs today, they're very primitive. They like all quick things.
Yeah.
They don't see that real good apps can happen because, in fact, perhaps 99% or more of them fail. I was checking yesterday in this DEX scanner. Every minute there is 1 meme coin coming out, maybe even 2 per minute. It's crazy. So it's ridiculous.
That's a good topic to mention.
Probably 99.5% fail. So if the investors don't have faith in the founder or his long-term journey, or let's say not faith, they need to have the attention span. You know, some of these big guys, they all looking into my deck. But to judge a product by a deck, it's very wrong. It's almost racist, you know, in my opinion.
I don't think you get the exact information by reading a deck.
It's impossible.
It's impossible.
Even for me explaining it here, probably everyone in the room has some question marks. But if I show it, how it works, how it looks, how the identity looks like, then it's like, oh my God, it's so clear.
So you're still at fundraising stage now?
Yes.
Or has this been self-funded at the moment?
I raised some money in 2022.
Okay.
And still now I need to raise more, but I'm a bit crazy when it comes to raising. I don't accept money from everyone. So sometimes there are those rich people, they want to invest, and I see no value
from them.
Other than money. But now there's a slot open that a rich person will try again. He will be able to get maybe up to $500,000, $1 million is possible. But I funded it with like 400 investors, small ones.
400 investors?
Yeah, roughly. Small ones, very small.
Yeah.
They actually invested via a future token, which is coming. And the bigger investors, they're all key opinion leaders, crypto influencers, like Da Vinci, Carl Moon, like a lot of these guys, they invested.
Okay.
El Jaboom, they saw the value in this because they understand the vision, but obviously also I kind of screwed up a little bit because I really thought it's much more easy to build. And when you establish a company, I also thought, okay, I will just hire this guy from Germany, this guy. But then when you bring these people to Dubai, you get another monster of a challenge to deal with. Suddenly you have to be HR specialist, which I'm not. Suddenly I have to become psychologist while I actually have myself some mental stress which I have to deal with, which is new. So suddenly life changed. And I understand that's reasons why a lot of projects fail. Cool. Because it's really hard.
That's
and now imagine kids 20, 25 years raising 30 million, 50 million, how they can succeed. That's why I kept my race also. I just raised 1.2 million I put from myself.
Congratulations. Congratulations.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you touched on some very interesting points there. Obviously, you've been in the crypto blockchain space for many years. Now, explain to me, I want to know, do you have many competitors that are doing the same kind of what you're doing with your wallet?
No, there's actually no competition. There is wallets, but standard wallets, EOA wallets, they are externally owned accounts like MetaMask, Trust Wallet, Rainbow. Some of them are really nice to use also, but it's still too complicated.
MetaMask gas fees are extremely high.
Yeah, and we are a smart contract wallet. That's why it's called smart account, but it's controlled by this traditional wallet. So it's no competition. And then because it's a smart account, it's a wallet with a brain. It's like a smart TV. You can put apps on it, choose Netflix and so on, right?
Okay.
The old wallets, they are more like those huge square TVs of the past. So they don't have this technology. So a smart account now merges with another smart account, a brain with another brain with more functionality. This is what we built. And it's all audited also. So it's kind of hack proof, which is very important.
And the app is now officially live.
Yeah, it is live. People can download
Viewers, download it. Bonus.market. It's officially live from 1 month ago.
1 month ago. But the wallet, bonus.xyz. It's just
bonus.xyz. Yeah. My mistake. Fantastic stuff.
We had to kind of cut it in few pieces also because of the legal side. And it's very complex. And in this country, it's even more complicated to do something, you know. There's a lot of abuse, I must say, happening by a lot of shady people coming in, you know, making some event private in some villa, some yacht, putting nice cars, nice optics, raise money, bye-bye.
Bye-bye. You hear a lot of these stories.
I'm 17 years here. Yeah. I'm like patriot, you know. I'm trying to make that things are good and sure. And
you are the German Emirati.
Well, I'm actually German-Polish.
German-Polish,
some
okay.
People say I have some reflections, okay. But the thing is, you see, this whole thing, where is this going? The idea is that every app and the app can build on top of us, because now instead somebody logs in with a wallet, he logs in into this thing with his social accounts, but the brands, they see only what's public, not what's private. So data privacy is very important, because then if somebody, for example, plays a game or do something, he can immediately share his result on the socials and do this affiliation. New users can come.
Sure.
So it's like a paradigm shifter for economy. And the main plan of the real world gamification of me is to actually, and I have the full campaign written out, is to amplify the tourism industry. because
Huge.
there's so many tourists coming who actually cannot afford this expensive and prestige places. But what they can afford is they have a phone, they have social media, they can go to places which are not busy, like museums which are empty, not empty but quite empty, and put stories there. They will not deduct any value of the place. They will actually only add value to the place because they promote it, and because they're doing it, they get vouchers which allow them to go to the next place for free. It's like a kind of social score that they added value. And because adding value make them perhaps see a lot of things for free in their family, because they can, and then simply they added value and promoted the country. So I hope it can amplify the GDP. That's my plan. That's my dream.
So this is what you're looking at for the future?
That's one of the use cases, and I will be proposing this year to the ministries. Yeah.
Wow.
Because it needs to be planned. I can't just go there and say I have this vision. Everybody has ideas and visions, but to make them happen, it's like rocket science, really.
Well, tourism now is obviously one of the biggest revenues in the UAE.
Absolutely.
So any obviously infrastructure that you can put into place would be obviously massively beneficial.
That's my dream.
You also just mentioned on investors, projects raising funds from investors, and then these projects disappearing overnight, goodbye, and creating this hype and nothing maturing on it. I mean, you do hear a lot of horror stories around this, and I'm sure obviously you've been in the market for he'd been in Dubai for 17 years, so I'm sure you've heard more than me. Now, you touched base on meme coins as well. Now, all of these new, and if you look back at sort of NFTs, now meme coins, I mean, when does it, there's something new, it seems to be every year now, okay? Yeah. So to me, this is a gamble. This is a gamble, okay? You're talking about these new tokens with zero usability case that people are investing in with no real usage, and all of a sudden they're tanking.
Yep.
That is gambling.
It's kind of gambling, but it's a different kind of gambling. It's not like in a casino that you gamble based on luck. It's more gambling based on trust.
Okay.
But in those meme coins, often they don't know who is the founders and those details.
Correct.
But this doesn't count just for meme coins. This counts actually for every project which has a token out. Because there's always a part of the supply of the tokens which the founders or market makers or some people in power, they can just dump them. And if then there's an order book and somebody dumps like 2% of a total supply, then they will just buy everything what's expensive and everything what's cheap. And this might actually destroy projects, and that's what this rug pull happens sometimes.
Yeah.
So yes, meme coins are very risky, but I feel a meme coin is more honest than some projects which promise the world and certain things and actually do not make them happen.
Yeah. So they promise that this token's going to do X when absolutely zero happens in the long term.
Yes, and meme coins depends also how they are launched. If there's a fair launch, there's a lot of small details, but I hear that the SEC, they are not so crazy against meme coins because they not promise anything, and they are straight up like a gamble basically.
100%.
So it is a high risk, and everybody who goes into this knows it's a very high risk. And that's why I recommend that if you go into meme coins, do not put all of your eggs in this basket. Put very small amount, like this, maybe this, very small. You know, I started few meme coins few days back just for fun. I started just for fun investing.
And how did that go?
Yeah, I'm up 12x on one.
There you go.
It's crazy, but I cannot take it serious. I'm really debating with myself to expose it on social media because really the people they asking me, back in the day I was giving a lot of crypto tips. I called Solana at $1.80. I talked on the news about it and I said that it will go to 60. Every tip I gave was correct. Wow. But when the things went crazy to like 100 billion market cap, for me itself, it doesn't make sense because the product doesn't produce anything. It's just all those millions of people buying it, and that's why
which
the
increases the
value
value of it. Okay.
and the good marketing and the big promises of the technology, and the technology also being kind of working, but it's the infrastructure.
So
it's
what
not
you're
a consumer product, you know. We're building consumer product. It's very different.
You're building real framework, basically.
Yeah, but you need to use these infrastructures. So Solana wasn't working for us, for example, in the beginning, but then other technologies we figured out which been doing this stuff, but they were based on Ethereum.
Yeah.
But Ethereum, it's like slow, expensive, but then there are this layer 2 chains. And now they upgraded even more since a big upgrade 2 months ago. That's why we changed to Base. Because also Base, there's one guy, his name is Jesse Pollack, and he's like the guy who builds the the Base chain, you know, Base from Coinbase.
Of course.
Very American, probably big politics and so on, but very smart. And this guy, he really believes in full SocialFi and bringing it to millions and all the easy stuff. If it's up to him, there will be no gas fees, but there must be a little bit.
Yeah.
So when I hear this guy's interview like 10 days ago and some stuff, I see, wow, we need to change to this, and we migrated successfully also.
Yeah.
That's why it's good to not announce that we are live, because these type of changes are big changes.
It's just a soft live.
Yeah.
It's just a soft launch. So, obviously, you mentioned on meme coins that you've been doing your own investments. Do you research on these, or these tips that have come from other people?
Honestly, this one, my friend, one guy I know, he said that his friends launched it. And I thought myself, I will not make these mistakes again and hear about Shiba Inu, about SafeMoon, about all those things in the past, and not put $1,000 when I know earlier than many others. Because, you know, this $1,000 in Shiba Inu, I calculated it would have been like $700,000 or even more.
Wow.
And now I put this 1K in this project, and it's now 12K. And it's a very strange name, you know, MIGA.
MIGA?
Make India Great Again.
Make like India great again. Okay.
Yeah,
well, there
like
you go.
joke.
There you go, viewers. There's a meme coin for you.
I cannot guarantee. Maybe it will go to zero. But the thing is, it's like, you know, now whatever comes to me, I will put guaranteed like $1,000 or $500 just to not lose the opportunity. Because later, sometimes we really regret, you know.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't like also to push it in a way that to tell, hey guys, buy this.
No, of course.
I'm afraid, you know, I care so much about reputation, and I really hate when people lose money, you know, it's painful. You know, because of crypto, a lot of people suicide. Do you know that?
Well, I mean, listen, if you're promoting brands and obviously giving tips out, then obviously a lot of people can get comebacks on certain things. I mean, here at Bet Talks, we don't promote anything. We're not an affiliate. We're just purely discussing gaming, crypto, which you obviously use your field, emerging tech, AI, metaverse. So in regards to, I just touched base on gaming / gambling. Now, obviously, you've been in the UAE for 17 years. You've seen a lot of change. You've seen, I mean, Dubai over the last 10 years as I would probably say doubled in size. Now, what are your thoughts within gaming coming into the UAE?
Gambling?
Gaming / gambling.
Okay. Gaming, it's one of the biggest industries in the world. I hear that 80% of Saudi population play games, like also online games. But gaming and gambling is two complete different things, right? So gaming, there's esports going on, and I know that they had to improve a lot of the servers from, I don't know, Etisalat or something, because the ping, when I used to play Call of Duty, for example, like when I was bored in like, I don't know, 2015, 16, 17, no, even earlier, then, no, 2011, 12, 13, yeah, that's why I was chilling, you know?
Yeah.
That was a very special time in my life. The pings were very slow. You know the ping, right?
No, explain.
Ping is the time, the delay.
Okay.
From your like your computer or your console to the server. So let's say you have a ping of 1 second.
Yeah.
It means that in an RPG shooter game, if there is a door right here, and I come through the door and here's one guy standing with the gun, when I open the door and it's 1 second, he will see 1 second before me, he has 1 second chance to already kill me.
Yeah.
But if the ping is 50 milliseconds, it's like a 20th of a second. So I can have the chance to actually kill him, but this way he will kill me. So the pings here, they were between 100 and 400 milliseconds. So it isn't that good if you play against good gamers. You die a lot, which is frustrating.
I haven't technically been a gamer. I mean, obviously I know of this concept, but this is traditional gaming, which you're obviously an old school gamer. I can see that. I was sort of looking more at gaming. Obviously, is a word that is now used for the gambling industry. Okay. So let's look at Dubai over the last 17 years since you've been here. How do you see gambling integrating with crypto?
Okay, I'll answer this. There's a lot of crypto gambling, a lot of crypto casinos, and I feel that they are few steps ahead of the old school casinos. Why? Because crypto, it's very liquid, and it's very easy to get a decentralized wallet, non-custodial wallet, and to load it up with cash, and then to just log in this casino and play. That's what people can do. If they trust this provider, I don't know, but I think there are some trustable providers. There's a lot of white label. There's so many.
A lot of white label.
And there are some, maybe they can, you know, when you are developing a system and you are like the creator of it, then maybe they can put some rules that maybe there is a 20% chance for the person to win. Maybe in some games 60-70%, but then in another one. So there is all those things. So I feel that that's why some of those gambling casinos, they are kind of regulated. And
there is a lot. I mean, it's still obviously a very unregulated market.
But in crypto, it's like Wild West. If you launch a dApp, there can be also no owner. It's based on a smart contract and a website which is somewhere hosted. So
well, let's look at let's look at stake. I mean,
stake.com. It's very powerful.
Huge.
That's where my friends even play, like a lot of them.
Yeah.
And they just use a VPN to connect with it.
Okay.
That's how they do it. You know, I know it's illegal, but they're doing it. I'm not into gambling. I'm more into games of skill. Yeah. Perhaps, but that's what's happening.
I think obviously more and more now crypto is combining with gambling, gaming, gambling. It's combining a lot more now, and obviously now with new legislations coming into play in the UAE, come 2027, the first land-based casino will open in Ras Al Khaimah, which is an interesting topic which we do talk about a lot here at Bet Talks. Now, what's your opinion on that?
Well, land-based in UAE, I kind of doubt that. I know they've been saying this about Caesar Palace, that when it will come.
It's the win that they've been announced.
Yeah, but I feel sometimes, I don't know. I don't know if it's true. I know about one thing. The founder of the UAE, Sheikh Zayed bin Sultan Al Nahyan, who created the UAE, put the Emirates together. He is very deep into certain Islamic values and cultural values for the people. And he was always against gambling. I think the Burj Al Arab was gifted to Dubai because they made the promise of not gambling. I don't know how it is in Ras Al Khaimah. Obviously, Ras Al Khaimah is not such a successful emirate as other emirates.
But still part of the UAE.
And it's still part of the UAE. So I'm not sure if it actually will happen because, again, it was prohibited. It is still prohibited. Maybe they change it in some ways. If they do, I personally have nothing against it. I don't mind. I think it will bring a lot of more money to the UAE and a lot of more people. And Ras Al Khaimah, if they, Las Vegas. Not
Las Vegas. Yeah. Las Vegas, that's a new one.
I wonder if there's RasVegas.com.
Las Vegas. So you do like the idea of casinos in the UAE?
Well, I have nothing against it. When I'm in Las Vegas, I go to casinos. I might not gamble, but my friends are high rollers, and in casinos in the States you get carrot juice.
Sure.
So where else you can drink carrot juice like 10 years ago in the States. You have to, it's very hard, but in the casinos they have everything.
Sure. But you just said that you doubt it will happen because of Islamic ruling, yes?
Perhaps if the rulers, I mean, there's the founder and his son is the new president, he probably has the last word to say.
Sure.
Maybe they do it for another emirate. Maybe.
But then
they
17 years ago when you came here to Dubai, obviously alcohol was very frowned upon then. And now look.
Yeah, true. Now everybody can buy alcohol.
Correct.
You don't even need a license anymore.
No.
You just show your
Correct.
ID and you get it.
Yeah.
I've seen this. When my father was here like a few months back, I didn't know it's that easy even.
I mean,
it's very easy
Very
now.
easy now. We're very open to obviously listen to other people's opinions on this.
And I feel that these things are not harming very much, but if people are weak and they cannot set themselves limits, they might harm themselves.
Yeah.
But I feel that every human should be able to decide himself what he likes to do and what he doesn't like to do.
Correct.
And there's a lot of laws upgrading, and I feel it's good this way. And I feel that certain things should not be forced on people. It should be a free decision and the free will which decides. And therefore, I have personally nothing against it.
Sure. Well, listen, these are all conspiracies. It's a huge topic that a lot of people are talking about. We're addressing people's opinions on this. We do meet a lot of people that are adamant that these laws, legislations, licensing are in place for gambling within the UAE.
Right.
But obviously, Dubai has become such an innovation hub.
Big time, yeah.
I mean, obviously, you're a tech guy, okay? You've got experience within the crypto market. How do you see AI coming into place? What's your perspective of AI? Are you integrating AI into Bonuz?
We use AI, of course.
Yeah.
We didn't point it out yet as one, because that's a narrative. That's what those people want to hear. But we use AI in other ways to evaluate certain actions of users for us and to replace certain human tasks and automate them. So we use it for our benefit.
Yeah.
To have less stuff, more automatization, more trust because of the blockchain, lower the cost, make the company more sustainable. And I feel that AI, it's one of the biggest things of our time, and I think AI is actually one of the most dangerous things of our time. 100%. I think that, and if I go deep in this, it would be next level conspiracy. Because
give me one conspiracy why you think AI will take over.
We all watch Terminator and Terminator 2. That already says a lot, and I believe it can happen. Why not?
Yeah.
It can, if the machines go against us. Which system cannot be corrupted or hacked? We could jailbreak iPhones and put softwares, even if iPhone didn't want it. Why AI would have a, there's an AI war going on right now, like a competition. Now, you see, Elon Musk, he's angry with Apple because they integrate OpenAI. They integrate it in because Microsoft own it. So there is a lot of drama going on, you know, but this stuff, it keeps evolving and evolving. And a lot of those AI projects, what they claim, they don't really use AI. All they do is they have a business account on OpenAI for ChatGPT, and they connect the APIs and pre-prompt the actions fit to their ecosystem or whatever the use cases. So they claim they created some AI, some magic, but it's actually just another product branded in a different way.
Yeah.
So that it's very interoperable with those APIs. They are the connections between applications.
Sure.
Which is amazing also. But I feel people exaggerate with those words sometimes.
It's great to hear feedback from someone. Obviously, you're a tech influencer. You've got obviously knowledge, obviously on these tech markets. What's your opinion on the metaverse? I mean, obviously, this is a huge topic. Do you believe that we're all going to be in VR in the next 10 years? And everyone buying, I mean, people are already buying land and buying yachts in the metaverse. I mean, this stuff is crazy, no?
Very crazy.
Crazy.
Very crazy. I feel, that's again my opinion, I feel before the metaverse is going to happen in a heavy way, it will be augmented reality, which is going to happen. But let's call it mixed reality. So I personally see the metaverse as the visual internet of the future. And I feel, and that's even a target for Bonuz, that the next version will have no interface. It will be actually like a camera roll, and like GTA, that you have a map and you see everything where something is. You see this restaurant is there, this is there, this I can access, there's a discount, there's some action I can do. And all this will turn to the metaverse. Now from a utopian perspective, since we saw it with this pandemic, which we had and people were forced to sit at home. And there's a movie called Surrogate, and I like this dystopian movies with Bruce Willis.
All right.
So they are
these
like
sci-fi movies.
Yeah, it's like old man, old body, fat, but you sit in the chair and you have your clone. And you control him like in the metaverse.
Wow.
But it's actually a bot, and they live life, and they are the perfect version of you.
Of
you
you.
know, like healthy, fit.
And you're managing this.
And you're managing it from the home.
Wow.
That's one thing, but I feel that the metaverse in the future, especially with implants like Neuralink and so on, it will play in the head. Because the same way I see you, there is some connections from my retina to my brain, which send the picture there. Same way like in the phone, you know? The camera just takes the picture, but the computing happens somewhere inside, and then it shows me on the camera what I see.
Sure.
So I believe in the future, the metaverse, how crazy as it is, it will be something which you activate and you're in your dream state.
Okay.
You saw Sora AI?
Sora AI, no.
This is from OpenAI. It's a technology where you can prompt, like in DALL-E, you prompt a picture, flying dog blue on a surfboard, and then you get the picture. But now you can do scenes. So I can say, motorbiker jumping with the bike on waves in the sea, sunset, background Dubai. So it will create for me an animation movie which looks like real, and there's a motorbike driver driving and he jumps on the waves. Something unrealistic, but it will make it realistic. So if this technology develops more and we have very faster computing, perhaps even quantum computing, and the Neuralink, let's say 5 to 15 years from now, maximum, people perhaps don't need to live in this world anymore. They will just be in their dream world. Maybe one guy, he wants to make it a harem. One other guy, he wants this. We don't know. It's crazy. Maybe you emulate the feelings. So I feel the metaverse, all this stuff is dangerous, but it can be fun, but it's crazy, dangerous. But perhaps for positive use cases, like working together, learning how industrial function work. That's how the UAE uses it, to teach people also how the machines work. If you're an industrial engineer in one of these petroleum places, and they make all the theory now with metaverse and kind of augmented reality, and it's a very good theory to do before the practical use. And I personally see the good use cases, or education everywhere where people can't do it. But the the dystopian use cases, they are too crazy, and I feel they will be coming because it's a type of warfare. And that can be done by other countries.
There's a lot of talks that that Facebook will turn into Meta, which is obviously owned by Zuckerberg. So that the whole Facebook concept will actually be a virtual reality in the metaverse. So you'll be in the metaverse communicating with people globally. So, for instance, if you want to play golf with someone out in California and you're in Dubai, you would play against them on the metaverse.
Absolutely possible. And I believe that's also why he changed the name even to Meta itself for the platform. Because he has the most users, right?
Correct.
But obviously the technology,
everything will be done through metaverse.
Totally ready. You see, they keep upgrading. You tried the Oculus.
I've tried them.
The iPhone, Apple Vision. It gets better and better. But you know what's the best? All these applications, they will be able later to, even if they have their own sign up, the same way like you add your Gmail address or something to it, add Bonuz. When you now add Bonuz,
Yeah.
everything what you have, it's inside this thing, interoperable, and you share with all the users everything, whoever you want to share.
So Bonuz can integrate within in the metaverse?
Everywhere.
Wow.
That's why we built this fundament which I'm talking about, which is the identity wallet. Because it's not the application what's happening, it's just the fundament which stores your data. So even social experiences, your friends, we are not a social media, but if we are friends on Bonuz by scanning our QR code, in any other place we will be also friends. So that's what we're trying to do. That's why we don't want to compete with them. We rather complement them and make it interoperable. That's the idea of it. Because at the end, you can everywhere log in a wallet nowadays. Log in with MetaMask or this Wallet Connect. And we are partners now with Wallet Connect. So we work now in more than 2 million applications. But now, since we built a new standard with this social smart wallet, we will not just share wallet with those applications or those meta of the future. We share everything with them, whatever the user wants to share.
So by the sounds of it, the way I am understanding it, you can link Bonuz, everything in using AI in the metaverse. Everything can link, storage wallets, data storage. This can obviously all link throughout Bonuz, correct?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Just to give you guys a sample, this is the new design.
Okay.
So this is the ID. Sorry. So here, these are all my social media handles which I have linked. All of them.
Okay. Wow, interesting stuff.
And linking all of them, simply I can choose what's private, what's public, but then I have the QR code, and this QR code allows me to simply connect with people.
There you go.
But then also I can scan things.
As well.
And now let's say I'm going to an event, just to say what I was doing. So this is token 2049.
Okay. So you're at a conference, it scans it.
Now I'm checking in. This could be the restaurant. This could be the birthday party. This could be the wedding.
Wow.
Now I'm in the place. This could be the app. This could be the DApp. This could be the cup, which is coming from Amazon. And I write a story about it because I'm so proud of having this cup. And now I get the quests. Follow on Instagram. Do a story. Do this and that. So now if I want to do that, I click Instagram. Boom, I'm in Instagram. I directly do the action.
Yeah,
Everything is
Everything's
linked.
Brilliant.
If I have a exchange here, DeFi, I can swap tokens, I can do everything. This is my, there are a lot of, everything that's interoperable.
So you can swap tokens, send tokens, buy tokens.
Yeah. And this is how the discounts look like, for example. If I did something, it's coming as a, it's coming as a voucher. It's coming as a voucher and simply can be deducted because this also can be scanned by the user.
Okay.
So it's very easy. It's all about easiness.
Very interesting. Wow. Well,
and AI needs to work for us. AI is a tool for humans to make life more easy. But we should not totally depend on it. We should use it like we use a hammer or a driller. AI adds value to life if it's used right, because humans which will not use AI, they will miss out on too many things. And they will actually be lost because too much jobs will be exchanged by AI, by AI workers. They are like, imagine how crazy it sounds, but God, he has his angels and they do things for him because they're perfect, right? So AI workers, they are our angels.
Okay.
They do things for us.
Of course, yeah.
And they do it the way we tell them. But they become better and better. So that's how AI should be used.
That's a great theory. I mean, some very, very interesting topics there that we've covered. We've covered everything from crypto, meme coins, NFTs, metaverse, AI. It's been endless. What you're doing with Bonuz sounds incredible. How it's linked to everything, wallet, storage. You name it, it's endless. 2.5 years to develop this, and now you're at the final stages. One question I want to ask you just before we wrap things up,
Sure.
where do you see Dubai in the next 10 years?
On the top of the world. I feel because of the leadership of Dubai and how it's concepted, and that the rulers, let's call them rulers, that they think very much in a collective intelligence way. They even have their think tanks and
Futuristic,
smart
I
people.
think, is the word.
Very futuristic, but they are so open for new technologies. They are so open to put innovation, and this is beautiful, and I love it, and that's why I'm so happy to be here. I was planning to leave 2019, 2020 to Asia, but then when I saw how COVID was handled, pandemic, because maybe you get less views, you need to cut this C word out. Everything is corrupted and controlled.
Everyone has their opinion. We're open to listen to everyone's opinion.
Yeah, but for the podcast, for YouTube, because if they hear the word, then maybe they will rank your podcast less.
Okay.
So that's
from the algorithms.
The C word, exactly. The algorithm is our friend and our enemy at the same time. So
AI technology.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
That's why the way the pandemic was handled and all those innovations which come in. Look, we have blockchain strategy since 2018. Then we have a metaverse strategy since 2022. Now there is AI strategy. Now we have AI CEOs for every important government department coming. Like, they really think ahead. And now imagine when this people start improving those departments, how advanced it is.
And also the one factor which we've been discussing is the gambling sector coming into the UAE. This is bigger than everything.
Yeah, it will definitely bring a lot of wealth and a lot of more money.
100%.
But just what I would find sad is, I don't know, but from this Royal Waters, this Caesar Palace is also known to be a casino.
The Caesar's Palace is a casino in Las Vegas, yeah.
Exactly. So I feel that these things, when they announce that they happen, but nothing is officially announced. But if they announce that they happen, and then they don't happen, they bring a lot of people with a wrong intention, because these people really believe. So it's like promising something and not doing it.
This is correct.
So I
mean, the Marjan Island in Ras Al Khaimah, this was announced 4 years ago. And there is development being built on Marjan Island. The Win have basically labelled that they are going to be opening the first land-based casino in the UAE. We speak to a lot of people here at Bet Talks, and a lot of people are saying a lot of big things, a lot of talk, but once again, the proof is in the pudding come 2027.
Yeah.
So it's great to hear other people's feedback. You've been here for 17 years. You've seen Dubai evolve on an erratic scale. And it's great to hear a crypto tech influencer's opinion.
Sure.
It's been great having you here, Mendes.
Thank you.
I've loved hearing about Bonuz. Tell me.
Thank you. So in Ras Al Khaimah,
Yeah.
since this announcements, the property prices doubled, by the way, in
Exactly
the last
the point.
1 year.
The real estate market
And
has gone through the roof.
It's going through the roof.
Yeah.
So it's beneficial for a lot of people too,
Yeah.
But I really hope whatever they say and what they plan, it works out for the best interest of the country and everyone. I'm not against it. And I'm looking forward for a great future here.
Absolutely.
And why not,
Dubai is home.
Dubai is definitely home. It will be home forever. It's perfect flights in and out,
It's a great
traveling. I love how the airport works. I arrive 50 minutes before the flight in the airport, and I just go to the gate.
Yeah.
Emirates is on another level.
Correct.
And I feel the world can learn a lot from UAE and Dubai, and I'm so proud and happy to be
Fantastic stuff. And let's hope that Bonuz is within the future of that growth. Guys,
Inshallah.
It's been fantastic. I've learnt a lot today. Thanks for having you here. All right. Thank you for being on the show.
Thanks.
Guys, check out Bonuz. Check out the application. Mendes with us here. And I'll see you. Thanks for having us. Thanks for having you. Thank you.
Thanks.
Cheers.
Thanks.